Hello again, this is Chris and Kyra here at Good Things 2024 with Monique from Reliqa.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm great, how are you?
Very well, thanks. Very well, thanks for taking the time to join us.
Of course, pleasure's all mine.
So you're actually on stage probably in about 4 hours. Sitting here chatting with us. You look like you're pretty collected and together, but how are the nerves?
I think so. It's been weird. I think I had a moment to myself just a few minutes ago because I've been, we were rushing around, getting here, rolling in, I don't know, all of those things, and only just stood by myself for the last few minutes, and I was like, we're actually playing today. You get so caught up in the commotion, you're just like, I'm just going with the flow, and then
holy shit,
I think the nerves set in a few minutes ago. So I'm I'm up here right now.
But we'll pass that question then, because we don't want to make them any worse for you.
No, we're feeling good. I'm really happy. Already, this has just been the star treatment, which is so nice. It just makes the
This is the nicest closet I've ever been in.
Yes, honestly, right? It's pretty spacious in here.
We've got aircon.
Do you have any pre-show rituals or anything that you do to sort of get yourself in the mood?
Oh, honestly, I think we're pretty go. I find that we don't tend to take too much downtime. We're usually just always doing something. I just love to be kind of amongst it. Only lately I've really been giving myself the space to kind of have a minute alone and get myself ready, and obviously get into my fit and everything, the whole get up and everything. So that's kind of a nice ritual. Is pretty much after this, I'm gonna go head down to our tent and do my face and just scream into the void. I think in terms of rituals, it's just giving myself that little bit of time alone, because I do feel somewhat of a separation anxiety with the rest of my band when it comes to shows. I'm just I'm always going to, Ben, come with me, or Brandon, come with me, or whatever. But I think there's a nice grace in sort of just being by yourself sometimes.
Yeah. I'm going to start out by saying, holy shit, I love your energy.
Aww,
this is amazing. You just come flying through here. I'm all right, let's go.
I'm so happy to be here.
So you've had a huge year. I feel like I've seen your name cross my inbox more, it's just constantly throughout the year. What's it like to just rock up at Good Things, not big headline and not have to do anything for the album, it's just get out there and fucking go?
I think it's really good. I think the best part is that this is the end of the year. This is the start of the end in terms of 2024. So it just feels like a really nice way to close the chapter, which has been, like you said, such a big chapter. And like you said, with releasing the album this year and doing quite a couple of really cool tours, including our first headliner tour, which was sick. We're so happy with how that went. But I think just being here today just feels like I'm trying to really take those moments of gratitude and realize that this is a really nice way to just sort of full round it out.
Anyway, you've had a massive year and everything has been going on for you. You've just released Secrets of the Future, which is amazing.
Thank you.
How is its place in the world?
I think I'm really happy. I think I think that our music is not an easy genre to define, as you know, Chris. It can take some people some time to really find what they love in the album, but I think that's kind of the exact purpose of that was the rationale of the album. You know what I mean? We wanted to fit something in there for everyone's tastes, and that's kind of just what we do as a band. Because all four of us have such diverse, different styles of listening from each other, that sort of manifests in an album that tends to be pretty diverse in terms of sound. So, but I think that I'm really grateful for the people who have really stuck with it, because I think we've just gained a lot of not just fans, because we have gained a lot of fans from this album, which is so sweet. And the labels help, having Nuclear Blast and Grayscale on our side, and Wrecking Grayscale too, actually. Having them on our side helps with the fan base growth, of course, but I think it's not just size, it's connection. I'm finding the fans that are around and are really loving this album, they are so deeply in love and passionate about it, which I love, because I would rather have 50 of those fans than 500 of fans who are just kind of, it's okay,
Totally.
So really the passion, I think, is what I'm loving so much. And seeing such diversity in terms of our listenership, in terms of our fan base, people that listen to all kinds of different things. For example, Spotify Rap just came out.
Yeah.
And we're getting tagged in all the like, oh, Reliqa is my number one, which is so sweet. But those lists look so different every time. One time it'll be like Reliqa, North Lane, Void Division, you know, like your standard like Aussie metalcore sort of vibe. Sometimes it'll be like Vola, Voyager, your more prog sort of style. And then sometimes it'll be like Doja Cat, Chapel Roan, Reliqa, you know what I mean? Like I find that's so cool. Like different fan bases like just come together here, which is really nice.
And at the time when the album came out, like a lot was made of the fact that it was the start of a new chapter for you guys, but because it's gone down so well and people have accepted it so well, is there temptation there to sort of continue on that rather than make it a new chapter? Does that make sense?
I feel you. I think there absolutely is. Like, I think we're still sort of figuring out our place in the world, like you said, where, you know, coming through the ranks, and we definitely have a lot of freedom to sort of just keep doing what feels right as opposed to sticking ourselves into a particular niche. I think like our next record is probably going to be like some form of a continuation of Secrets of the Future, but it's not like Secrets of the Future was like an open and closed book, you know what I mean? Like it's I don't think that chapter is ever going to fully shut, because we're kind of always writing music that is like a direct step, like development from what we just did. So I think that whatever we do next, it's going to flow quite logically, and I mean, who knows what that means when it comes to Reliqa, because there's lots of different sounds that we do, but as logically as you can think, you know, like just sort of like a nice linear progression, like I think just time will tell, really.
I've got to say, but like kudos to you guys. Like bands, a lot of younger bands like yourselves, they play it safe and they like to go down the road where mass acceptance. But you guys just, like you say, you smash it from, and not that you don't give a fuck what people think, but you don't give a fuck what people think. You know, like so you care, but you're just doing your own thing and you're not playing it safe, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And kudos to you. Like, not many young bands come through and keep that.
Thank you. No, that's really, really kind for you to say. It's kind of just like the main ethos of our band is just to make music that inspires us, that we feel inspired by, and kind of just have no hold barred. Like, while it is important to have limitations in artistry, because otherwise you have the entire universe of creativity to explore, but you don't really know where you can go from there. So limitation is good, but in saying that, we don't try to limit ourselves to any particular genres, and as I said, we just welcome the fans that come in as a result of that lack of limitations, I guess. Yeah.
Now, Kai's got the question she'd been dying to ask you.
Please.
Hailstorm. Holy shit, can we talk about Hailstorm?
Please, can we talk about Hailstorm?
I couldn't even imagine, like, getting the call, you're on, we're going and doing this.
Yeah.
How was it? And what did you take from that experience and implement in the band? Like, I just would have been...
I'm so glad that you asked about this, because I will take any opportunity that I can to talk about Lizzie Hale and Hailstorm.
She's wonderful.
Yeah, amazing.
She's just wonderful. And I think I said this to Tiana Speedo, shout out to Tiana, when around the time that I was sort of reflecting on it, and I said something along the lines of like, Lizzie and the rest of the band, they have every right to be jaded and sort of a bit, I don't know, pessimistic about the industry. Jaded is the only word I can think of.
Yeah.
Like, sort of, they have every right to be, because they've been slogging along from the ground up for 20 plus years. But they are not. It's as if they play their first gig every night, because they are so like. Just grateful to be there, and they share that gratitude with us as well. They were grateful for us to be there, and I spent like so much more time with Lizzie than you would think. You know, so cool. Like she has, again, they have every right to close themselves off, to just get in their dressing room and like not talk to anybody, and I would be okay with that, because you know they have big shoes to fill every night.
Totally.
But no, they were just the most lovely people, and I think that I've learned, like, I've taken away lessons to, you know, just kind of, I know this sounds cheesy, but just to always be grateful and to realise that, like, this is such a privilege to be sharing art, and everything I'm saying right now came directly from Lizzie's mouth, like, straight to me, and she just, I've been a fan of hers and the band since high school. They were one of my formative bands, so it was such a special
That's so
experience.
cool.
How good is that bit when she just
So
like
good.
pisses everyone else off stage and she gets the piano by herself? And like it gave me goosebumps.
It
Like,
is
was
so
amazing.
powerful,
Yeah.
and she was actually battling a chest infection on that tour, and you would not know, right? You wouldn't know at all. But she, you know, she'd come off stage and she'd have some rehabilitation to do
Oh
and
my
stuff. But
gosh.
she never let up once. You'd always think that like you have every right, like please just go and sit down or go and like shut off the rest of the world. That's okay. Go back to the hotel. But no, she was on the ground, like with everyone, getting amongst it the entire time. And I could not speak highly enough of that band.
It's like literally a perfect role model.
Truly.
Everything you would want to see and do
Truly.
and continue on.
Such a great advocate.
Enough of
yeah.
Hailstorm. We're here talking about these guys. We've been more, so we got some,
I guess you're right.
got a few fun questions to ask you before we let you go.
Please,
So,
please.
out of all the bands playing here today, Good Things, give me a 5-piece band out of all the members of the supergroup.
The members, oh my god, I can't go down to the members, but I'm going to see if I can get 5 bands that would make like the ultimate group. Okay, let's start off with Loathe. I started the day with them this morning. They were so sick. I mean, if I was going down to the members, I'm sorry I don't know his name, but the front man, that guy's got Riz. Like, he's like, is that what the kids say these days?
It still sounds cool.
He's got style. I love him. He's amazing. Oh my god, you got to have someone from Korn in there. Like, get it a bit sludgy. Like, that would be so much fun. I'm gonna shout out North Lane. Like, I think that every single member of North Lane, like, I'm a bit biased because obviously we work so closely with Josh, but they are all so talented and so deserving of the success that they're getting. Where are we at? 1, 2, 3. Can I?
17. So.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's throw a little bit of a wild card into the mix. Maybe like someone from like Killing Heidi could be cool in there. You know, like just like that bit of an old school vibe as well could be. I mean, I'm just wanting to have Bowling for Soup in there for the laughs. Like, I just think that would be so funny. But can Reliqa be a part of this too?
Well, they're not supposed to be, but I'm not going to argue with you anything you say, so you're in.
In there. You're not excluded.
I'm so happy.
All right, we'll go one more. Give us 3 Australian bands that you think should be on Good Things lineup next year.
Oh my god. I was just about to say Void of Vision. But then, unfortunately, they're calling it a day.
I saw Jack earlier on.
They were fresh in my mind. You know what? I would love to see Make Them Suffer on there. I was
They are
sort of.
killing it.
I've seen Alex before too walking around.
No, they are absolutely destroying the game. I'm so happy with their success. Make Them Suffer. I think that they've played a couple of times, but I always enjoy a Red Hook set.
My girls love Emmy. They adore
She's just
her.
the most wonderful person, and like they just put on a killer show every single time. So much fun for a festival as well.
They're perfect for it.
How good is their new album too, by the way?
Oh, it's great.
Cara didn't like it very much, but I thought it was fantastic.
It's amazing. I love it. Oh my gosh. And then, See, I can think of a couple of non-Aussie bands that I want to see on here.
Well, give us one
I know. Like,
We'll allow
I'm
it.
seeing all
We'll allow it.
amazing Aussie bands
But-
today, but
Allowed.
a band that I wanted to see on this Good Things lineup, which I was kind of gunning for, but they weren't. So I think next year, Turnstile. I think Turnstile are well due back in Australia, and I think that they are the perfect fit for this sort of variety lineup. They just have that festival vibe going on, and I just love Turnstile.
Very good. Well, we've been told we have to let you go now because you have
Oh,
obligations.
miss you guys.
But thank you for speaking with us. It's always a pleasure chatting with you, buddy.
Pleasure's
Always a
all
pleasure.
mine. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very good. Thanks.